Your thalamus does it, in your body does exactly what it says. You need to add fields to change, to increase, to change dimension. If it's done in your body, so it should be very easy to be done because it does it 24 hours a day, every millisecond changes copper to the zinc because part of the brain needs zinc today. It doesn't ring a bell to me, anybody needs some copper, please today, or we need some zinc at the moment. But how does it store these magnetic fields that when it needs as a pathway calls upon it in the liver? How do you store energies in your systems that while they're doing it, you've got packets of energy that you can hold on to, that you can release at the time you need? In Iranian reactors, we put nuclear materials at a specific point. Our storage system was separated from our working system. I'm proud to be Iranian nuclear physicist, but I'm part of this planet. It belongs to all of us.
Excuse me, Keshe.
Yes.
Could I play that video that shows the Iranian reactors maybe in the background while you discuss it?
Go ahead, take over.
Okay, thank you.
Understand what it means. Every position, every wind, every structure has to be understood. We got 6 weeks to fly. And there's no water in the space that you have liquid reactors. We went through liquid for you to understand, to see the motion, but you have gathered enough knowledge. You got to push for the spaceship. You got to understand the process. You see this picture? It's very simple. This reactor, I thank the Iranian government for allowing this to be built. If you freeze it, when it comes in picture, the two of them together, you see this core dimension. Stop there, please, if you can. Yeah. You see, thank you very much. You see this core dimension counts. Inside this, there is another core. This dimension counts. Here is another one. Position of nuclear materials on the dome, inside the dome, and inside and outside the reactors all counts. How you put it. And you count this internal reactor with this internal reactor. You count the position of this flow with this flow. If you look, every parameter here is monitored. If you look, this is one flow and this is another flow. The same proposition here. This is the society in Italy. You see the video of weight reduction. But now you're more advanced. Now you understand the flow dynamic flow. Instead of the nuclear reactor sources, you're being given the gases, but you have to understand how to enhance it. And in my teaching, I've taught you many times, but you don't get it. This is one of the biggest achievements in the spaceship program, thanks to the reading of. And now you see that the government comes up with the Chinese. $160 to $350 cores, individually fan-filled to the ratio, to the combination, to understand. There's no difference. Bigger scale, more advanced. The bigger reactor compresses the field inside the smaller reactor. That in compression reflects out the same here. You count on the outside, I count on the inside. How I can turn this? This here, at the time, we considered as a helium and other gases reserve tank that they could leak in as it was needed, and it worked. Even the Iranians could not understand how it worked. Then it was a strange thing, but they never understood, and I'm a very loud teacher. I love students to learn, and they learn very fast. This is the reactor where in the Sensano, 3 months after it returned from Iran, I reduced the weight and seen it from 6 to 9 kilo to 6 kilo and below, and increased. The Iranian cycles were much faster. Understand the process. Understand the technology. Understand the process of the creation of what you need in space. Then doesn't matter if I give you nuclear material, I give you gold, I give you sand, you still will get the same because you have done it. You don't open the top, you press the top. That's scrutiny without your top. What do you do when you pour a break out? Doesn't can't go into the water, there's no hole. What does it do? It jumps back on you because it's the same with the top. Problem is it? Open it. No how to squeeze it, it'll jump out. You haven't learned that yet. Yeah.
I was gonna say, we haven't learned that yet, but, we're certainly trying. That was the question from Bente, who, is, I think she's, 78 years old or something, an older lady who's developed a passion for plasma in the last year or two. And she's gone through the books and she's really developed her knowledge of plasma and the interaction of the way things work in the universe and so on. And she didn't start with this science background. And her question was, how do you compress the fields and compress? How is that done and what does that mean? So that has a special meaning for you, Mr. Keshe. Maybe you can help explain what the context of that, in the context that you are conceiving it, what does that mean to compress the plasma? Or compress the fields rather, not the, is that true? It's the fields rather than the plasma that gets compressed?
To what we say in the space technology, compressing means understanding the point of return. In the position of compression, plasmatic compression, you use the addition of the field to create the compression by itself. It's like a sound barrier. It's you who puts that barrier up where you want. That's what I just explained just a few minutes ago. You have to understand each magnetic gravitational field within itself has a boundary. That dark line, the narrow line, is where you are traveling. But in fact, it has many traces. Keep back, but today, because this in due course will create its own field. When you speak about compressing, is understanding how much you can do at a certain point. This guy goes in. What happens when you fly a plane into compression? They flex back at you, and at that point, on, you can maybe listen to somebody report. In the light, that change becomes a gravitational magnetic is the saturation of the field flow. How do you create it? You squeeze this with other fields. Narrow that point that it becomes a terminal position. This is why you have different reactors to create that compression on other fields that then they squeeze. This is the process of development in the space technology. You cannot change it. You have to understand. You have to realize, you have to feel it. It's the keeping the track compression that in turn itself backturns itself. And you can do that at any level. Here it could be at a level of coal, here is copper, here is amino acid. When it comes to this, it becomes humorous. Why do we have amino acids based on the base? Because that's the level of compression. Of 10 are joining and creating. This is why we have life in every level of this planet. It's that compression point which allows the combination of existence. It's the same with the rest of the universe. Life is not the exclusivity of this planet. Life exists in every level of this universe. Because at a point of conversion, one can interact with the other, and at that point interacts. And interaction, as I said, fields create physics, chemistry, and life. If you understand this, which those who say, are there any other creatures in the universe? Yes, there is. Every corner of this universe. You tell there is one, but have to understand how of this way. Compressing it is to understanding what is respect to the field of the environment. If you fly a plane and you have no air, there is no air compression to get the kaboom. So that wall, that compression point is a turning point. It's the same with the plasma. It's not that you put a wall up. You understand what is the turning point and the strength of it. This has different strength, this has different strength. It tells at one point, this turning point.
We are the Keshe Foundation. Our mission is to bring peace on earth and join humanity with the universal community. We wish and work to bring man as equal to all beings in the universe. By teaching plasma science and technology equally to everyone, no one is left out and no one is abused due to lack of knowledge. By donating to us, you can help achieve this goal. keshefoundation.org/donate.
Plasma products found at keshefoundation.org/store. Soothing, reusable plasma eye migraine mask. Eliminate eye fatigue and relieve stress in eye area. European certified medical device. Massaging plasma insoles. Bring comfort back to your feet and energize your legs. European CE certified medical device. Antiseptic plasma liquid hand soap. Promotes well-being and relaxation with protected plasma formula. CE certified. One Soul Plasma T-shirt. Dance formula within the symbols and stripes brings mind, soul, and body into balance. European certified. Pain relief pen emits a concentrated plasma field at point of pain, efficient up to 3 centimeters below the skin. CE certified. The MAGRAV Energizer and Alkalizer raises pH and energizes water through magnetic and gravitational fields. CE certified medical device. Pain relief pad, a result of years of research in nanoplasma technology with magnetic and gravitational fields. CE certified medical device. Visit the online store at keshefoundation.org/store or find a distributor near you. Tax and shipping not included.
This time will change into the real world. And it's time to understand that we use the matter state to reach the level of understanding of the soul of man. Now, you understand maybe why the Creator has sent messengers in the name of whatever it might have. Is that they bring the ears that it can be used when the time of the sign comes. They can teach the soul and the message, not to oppose, but by them understanding understanding through those who have become Messiahs to give from their souls to these to elevate. The job is made easy. The school is there, the students are able to be there. There won't be any fight between what they call Muslims and the Christians. The lamb and the lion will eat and sleep in the same nest. The Christians and Muslims will sleep and pray in the mosque and the same church in the name of their souls, not in the name of religion that is used to create so much conflict for the benefit of those who are the hard children. The time has come, the time of change is here. And as I said, my wish is mine. It is your wish to see peace. Part of peace is stay very clearly. The soul of collective awareness by giving will create that position of change. No other. There is no pen in the soul of the man. And I'm sure once you walk into the universal community, you will never see anything written but the balance of the fields of the soul of the existence. Try to be humble enough not to become arrogant in the power that you have understood and you possess. Otherwise, you'll fall the same path of the church and mosque. This is what we promised, and this is what we have lived. We have to understand the operation of the soul, and we have to understand the soul of the man is the star in the cosmos of the universe. If we compare the soul of the man and many of us, 7 billion in one collection, then it is like a galaxy with so many stars. When we look in the depth of the universe, we see galaxies with hundreds of millions of stars in it. So is the planet Earth. Carries 7 billion beautiful stars, which are the soul of the man. Carries with it so many trillions of animals, plants, and everything else. So if you look, when someone who does not see the physicality of the earth and is content, what do they see? They see galaxies with so many beautiful lights shining, each one according to their strength, each one according to their position. An infant has a beautiful soul, so has the old man. To those who do not see the physical foundation of this planet, but they see the strength of the field, we are clusters of stars. The human race, every single soul, no one from a distance sees that's the soul of the fisherman, that's the soul of the cosmologist, that's the soul of the president. They all shine, irrespective of the physicality. This is the magic. This is what the new science has to bring to man. When we look to our soul, we see nothing but the star in our souls. And this is the break, this is the understanding. This is what all these teachings are about. Coming to mature to the next level, to understand in the deep space, the universe is the oyster for those souls who serve. Then man is ready for justice. Then man is ready to become part of the universal community which is the balance. heaven. I always promised you the elevation of the man to join the family. And now you have it. It's you who has to open the door to understand if I can raise the soul of these people or millions of other souls, and the physical life understand changes, then I want them to be part of this community, to be there to serve, to expand, to be there, to be part that in the cycle of life universe, I become. In being part, I become part of totality. When man reaches that point, a new dimension in the strength of the soul of the man will appear, which is beyond imagination or understanding of the physical life. It's the gate to the opening of the new life, the new dimension, which is beyond imagination of what you might call a new beginning, a new cycle. Which that cycle carries in itself the origin of the creation of life within us. Is the elevation of the soul to serve become the key, not the soul, political life. The time is right. The time has come for the man to go through this process.
Welcome everyone to the 251st Knowledge Seekers Workshop.